I'm the course coordinator, Professor Arun Kumar Chakraborty, Department of Library and Information Science, Netaji Subhash Open University, Kolkata. I will be covered in this course, that's Unit 33 under the Module 4, Networking, is that Bibliographical Information Networks. So this, I am the SME, means subject matter expert on this particular topic. So learners, this course is learners for MLIS, for both Open University as well as the regular university course learners. But this course is not only to get the credit for your course content. If you are appearing for a different kind of a competitive exams, because at the end we have discussed different questions, multiple choice questions. So if you are appearing for NET, SET exams or any kind of things, or if any of the competitive exams to get different jobs, so this course will help. Even when you are working, if you are working in a library and if you have some kind of problem of how to do design of these bibliographical information networks or entire the course content, different content, you can go through this one. So this course is designed for the different purposes. So I hope that you will be really learning of this course. Now, if I say that bibliographical utility network, it came into the existence with the networking of a libraries that had covered their cataloging into machine readable form. So why is bibliographical network? Because the library catalog became the network of this library, and then it's become existence in the networking of libraries, and that had converted in a very long time itself it started. So with the increase in the availability of bibliographical data, machine readable content of this one, so machine readable content and the availability of their bibliographical data in the machine readable forms, an idea of merging these records for creating union catalog. It gave a birth to the standards or formats, bibliographical description, the exchanges, and controlled vocabulary. Why these things are required? Because you know that earlier itself, the long time itself, we have to have a union catalog for the collections of libraries and all information center, and how this union catalog will help us. So in this present Unit 33, Bibliographical Information Network, let us make an example of efforts to learn about the resource sharing of the library network. So learners, I hope after this reading, this unit, you will be able to appreciate the concept, meaning and history of bibliographic utility network, bibliographical information network. And you should be able to understand the functions of the working. You should have an idea about the tools and standards used for such networks, and to know the major existing bibliographic unity network functioning in the national and international level. So what is the BIN, Bibliographical Information Network, or Bibliographical Universal Network? What kind of things we should go? So Bibliography Information Networks refers to the complex web of relationship between various bibliographical entities, and such as it can be, what are the bibliographical entities we know? In the Dublin Code has given a huge number of 15 data. The Mark 21 has got a huge number of data. So what kind of data? So I'm telling you about, such as author, work, publication, subjects, year, etc., etc. There are different elements are there. You have to go through this one. So these networks can be visualized as a graph where nodes or present entities and aged represent relationship between them. So bibliographical information network are networks that provide access to the bibliographical database and other services to the libraries and other organizations. What are the bibliographical database service? Bibliographical databases, because if you have the library catalog holding of any of the library, that is also bibliographical databases. So all this cataloging, what are the reports are there, that we will discuss in the coming times. So these networks allow libraries to share cataloging access to a variety of bibliographical information and purchase or loan materials. So Bibliographical Network provides the interface to the member libraries and a copy cataloging, and for access to the National Bibliographical Database, to libraries or references, search, or for copy cataloging. All of you know that different copy cataloging, that I will also discuss. So Bibliographical Information Network, I've gone through this according to eGAN course. A Bibliographical Information Network refers to a system where multiple libraries of they can access the information shared online or databases of bibliographical records, allowing them to search for information across the various collections and essentially pool the resources for users with promised, say, prominent examples like OCLC, Online Computer Library Catalog of USA, and RLI, Research Libraries Information Network, being considered major players in this field. I will have a different learners. You should go and explore in the net and other places. What are the Bibliographical Information Network? And it is a very, very key points why you should go for that. Why we should know about the network. That is also important. The learners should know why I should learn of this kind of things. What is going to be benefit for my library, for benefit my users? Because our point is that we should always, whatever you design, you have to design for the user requirement, as per user demand. So Bibliographical Information Network key points is that union catalog. The core function of a bibliographical network is to create a union catalog which is combined of the databases and of all the holdings of participating libraries, it enabling users to locate specific materials regardless of which library owns them. So we should know that resource sharing. These networks facilitate resource sharing by allowing libraries to request them from other member libraries through their interlibrary loan systems. The resource can be, say, books, journals, or online resources. So different mode of resource sharings are available now. So what kind of resource sharing we should be going, that we have to decide. So online access. Online access is that the users can access the material of networks databases through an online public access catalog, OPAG, for search for items and check the availability. The online public access catalog will be able to know that what is going to help you. Because if you are in home and if you are searching for a particular book, if you are not able to, if you for a one particular one book, you need not to come to the library, whether that book is available in the library or not. So these online catalog access, you can from anywhere from the public, you will be able to know that these books are available in the different places. So you can access of this. Then cataloging efficiency. So how this efficiently you could catalog, do this one. So library can utilize the network to streamline their cataloging process by sharing and using the bibliographical records. Now friends, I will also tell you that this unit 33, what I have covered in this. So in the table of contents, the preamble, objectives, learning outcomes, key resource points, and the key points of the what you called key points of the Bibliographical Information Network, bibliographical data transmitted, types of library networks, how it works, key points, network operability, types of bibliographical information network, etc. I have discussed. So learners, a bibliographical information network refers to a system where multiple libraries or information centers collaborate using the technology to share bibliographical data, details about the publication like author, title, publication date, and authors through this one. So this lecture aims to provide MLS learners with a comprehensive understanding of resource sharing through the IN libraries of these. So after reading this unit, you will be able to appreciate the concept of meaning, the history of the bibliographical unity networks. You should be able to understand its functions and working. You should have an idea about the tools and standard used for each network to know the major national and international level. So learners, what will be your outcome of this course? By the end of this course, you should be able to define the bibliographical information networks and its key components. You should be able to explain the importance, the understanding of the bibliographical information networks in library and information science. You can identify the different types of bibliographical information networks and their application. You should be able to analyze the role of bibliographical information networks in information retrieval, collection development, scholarly communication, and knowledge organization. So recognize the potential and bibliographical information network and improving the library and information services. So you can see that learner outcomes, the learners of the different strata will get the positive outcome. Even if you are going for a credit course, for doing the courses one, you will be able to know what is the to be studied. And if you are already in the job, then also you need to learn of this kind of things, because you might have so many doubts of that one, or you might have not studied during that time. So those kind of things, it is really useful. I hope it will be useful for you people of work. So how does bibliographical information network work? Because why we should do that? I will tell you that for any kind of things, we should know that what, why, how, when, where. These 5 concepts should be discussed for any of the topic when you should think about it. So how do we, I said, at present I've said, what is the bibliographical network? I have covered already. Then what, why, then how, why I have told why it is required. Then how do bibliographic information network work? The bibliographical information networks are networks that provide access to the bibliographical databases and other services to the libraries and information centers or other organizations. These networks allow libraries to share their cataloging resources, access to the variety of bibliographical information, and they can purchase or loan machines. Loan materials, they can purchase of the materials cooperatively. Like cooperative purchase means this is a consortia, and then the cooperative distribution to the consortia, then the loan material. So what are how the bibliographical information networks? How? Databases. Bibliographical information networks provide access to the large number of databases like union bibliographical databases. These databases can include bibliographical records from the member institutions or from the databases or purchased from the publishers. What are the services can be defined by this library? The bibliographical information networks may also provide access to other bibliographical databases, full text resources, and services. What are the access? Libraries can access bibliographical information network online on a time sharing basis. So what is the shared cataloging? Libraries can participate in a shared cataloging which allow them to share bibliographical information with other libraries. You can acquire the leadership, acquire the holding. Libraries can acquire holdings such as purchasing or loaning materials. How we acquire, because I again said that consortia, different consortia that you are acquiring. Now we have know that ONS is coming online, that one nation, one subscription that launched by the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Ministers, and this will help you to know that how this bibliographical network becomes more important. You can see that one nation, one subscription has made us will be thankful to the government who has approved this, because it will be a milestone for the information seeking behavior, information seeking, the library information network. So entire things that the library resources acquiring, all phenomena will be changing rapidly. It is a monumental changes will be coming in this place. So we'll have a separate unit for that on one nation, one subscription unit. Now again I start historical background. The library resource sharing is not a new phenomenon. Before it is known as a library corporation, the term library corporation has been confused with the resource sharing. Some people have confused, but it has got a connotation, no doubt of it. So its history is traced back in the 13th century, where the corporation is carried between the monastery libraries, Chorus 1975 says. So you can see that from the 13th century started, the effects of the library of the longest were started with the partnering libraries exchange and their use and each other resources and services. What I will call, let call has said in 1999 quotes that library cooperation traced as early as 200 BC and between the Alexandra Library and the Pergameum Library. You can already have said that. So you know that Delnet, he has done a lot of job. So historical background. In the past, cooperation among the libraries was restricted only to the books and journals, and it was known as a library cooperation. It started the library cooperation with your same kind of libraries. But when the field of cooperation became wider, including the acquisition, processing, and storage of documents and sharing of the expertise of a library professional. So the new term was coined, that is resource sharing. What Muniz B. Lyons says 1980 expressed the modern times of the cooperation is useful to the activities like acquiring, selection, ordering, and purchase of books, etc. Recording, cataloging, and classification of books, making them available to their own books by the consultation for the consultations, lending of the books, not held by the items by borrowing from the elsewhere, storing of the books or present and future use. So friends, you know that this library cooperation started in India as well as the international also. So international bodies like Federation International Documentation, IFLA, International Federation of Library Association, UNESCO took the initiative and made a good effort. So an attempt was made by the Paul Otlet and Henry LaFontaine in 1895 to form the Forum of FID for compiling a world Indian to publish information. So friends, you can understand what kind of things have been done going on this. So in this regard, UDC comes up as a tool of expressing publishing of information. The objective was to improve the availability of information. The IFLA started with these two programs in the field of library and corporations where UBC and UAP. So in the same way, UNICIST began to provide the processed information is science and technology to all. So friends, what are the key points about the Bibliographical Information Network? What is the purpose? To enable the libraries to pool their resources, provide wider access to information by sharing, cataloging data. What is the functioning of this one? That Bibliographical Information Network. Libraries contribute their bibliographic records to a central database, which can then be accessed by other members' libraries within the network. Now, the friends, what are the benefits? Why? First of all, that is a purpose, functioning, and then what are the benefits? It reduces the duplication of the cataloging effort, allows users to stretch multiple library collections simultaneously, facilitating the interlibrary loan process. What are the Bibliographic Information Network examples? A huge number of examples are available in the net. You can go and you will be mesmerized of seeing those nets, and you should do that one thing. So OCLC, a Bibliographical Utility Network, Informations, AG Canada Limited, TKM, Amicus, WorldCat, World Union Catalog, the WorldCat, Delnet, a union catalog of the books and periodicals and members institutions. InfluMnet, you know that information library network, they have been entrusted to operate the ONS, One Nation, One Subscription. And they have been giving the cooperation for the library services. And from the InfluMnet itself, it's 1998, it started. And 1994, I think. And then the prominent network that provides access to a minimum union catalog of Indian academic libraries, and enabling users to locate research materials and across the different institutions. If you go to the InfluMnet site, it has got a huge number of services are providing for the information library network. So even the thesis, Shodhganga, Shindu, different kind of services are provided by the InfluMnet. Delnet, it's also a backbone for the institute libraries because it's having a union catalog of the books and contains records from member institutions. If you are a member of the Delnet, they will give you service. Whatever the required documents or books are there, they will find out from the resources on different, and they try to send you the book in a particular time. So that is the beauty of the Delnet. They know that user, they know thy user, and they understand the Delnet, understand the user service is a very, very important for any library sector. So Delnet is making hands to helping the libraries to get the library users satisfied. So if you are not a member of the Delnet, you can explore that membership of the library. So you'll understand that what is the power of Delnet is giving you information. So importance of the library science, is this one in the library information science. Understanding the bibliographical information networks is a crucial in the context of the library and information science. Here are the reasons why information retrieval. What for I will go for this? I will get it because information retrieval. Information retrieval is a very, very important aspect for the library people because they have to, if you are not able to retrieve the information, you will not able to give the different kind of services. So information retrieval is an important kind of things. So bibliographical information is, say, networks can help improve information retrieval systems by providing context and relationship between the search and results. So what are the collection development? Analyzing these networks can inform the collection development, and it can also the decision by identifying key authors, works and subjects to a particular field. Then scholarly communication. Bibliographical information networks can provide insights into the scholarly communication patterns such as collaboration, citation networking. So knowledge operations. Knowledge operations is that these networks can inform knowledge organization systems such as classification schemes and theory, and by revealing the relationship between the concepts and entities. So libraries and what you call information center, that needs network is that libraries and information network recognizes that the available information, and it has been developed in different parts of India, library information network since 1988. The information InfluMnet, information library network, Delhi library network, Delnet, biotechnology information systems, BTIS, scientific and industrial research information network, CERNet, then the technology information network, TIFACnet, then the Calcutta library network, CalibNet, Malibnet, Madras library network, Bombay library network, Bonet, Mysore library network, Malibnet, and Pune library network, Punet. So these bibliographical data can be transformed into a collection of the composite network. I've just showing you one of the composite is how this data is structured, how the data is interoperable, how this data is changing. That I have given the source also. From this source, you can go to this place and you can access of this. Now, learners, what are the types of library network? There are several types of library network, including the regional network. These networks connect the libraries with we should say that networks with national networks. These networks can connect the libraries across a country. International networks. These networks connect the models of the quality. Consortial network. This consortial network from the libraries come. There will be a new chapter for new videos lecture for the consortia also. So you can follow. So how it works? The shared cataloging works on a principle, and most books acquired by the libraries are common to all libraries. Therefore, there is no reason for each library to catalog the book independently and prepare codes for its card catalog or machine readable. It's a duplication of work. Bibliographical records for its opaque every time. You should not do that. A group of libraries therefore come together to establish an external organization that hosts large centralized databases to facilitate. So shared cataloging, OCLC, etc. you can do the first and such organization. How it is a classification processing? So centralized processing you have to do. Centralized processing is a consolidated effort to bring all operations such as acquisition, then the classification, cataloging under one control. The classification and cataloging is done by a particular agency that is used by others. Processing centers are common infrastructure facility. Building that is used for carrying out processing of the books for a number of libraries. Such a center developed with a cooperation of libraries adjoining areas. And in USA, the processing centers are initially under the provisions of the Library and Service Act. Then shared processing, cataloging of bibliographic items done by the members librarians that will made accessible to this one, and the cooperative processing. Commercial processing, you can do the commercial processing also. Library especially do the in the developed countries the commercial processing of the records. So key points about the resource sharing networks: the benefit, cost effective, improved research capabilities. Researcher can access a large pool of knowledge and access in the different libraries. So enhance the user experience, streamed access to the material, the streamlined access to the material. Network operability. So if this wants to work, what is the network operability? So there should be a library network. Libraries join together to form a network, and often through a consortium or cooperative agreement. Online catalog, interlibrary loan, digital delivery, this kind of. What are the types of bibliographical networks? Citation networks, and then citation networks. So what is a citation network? Is that the relationship between the publication-based citations. And these networks can help identify influential publications and authors, research trends and patterns, knowledge gaps and areas of further research. Examples of citation network, the types of co-authorship network. The co-authorship network, you can have a co-authorship network. You will find who could be your co-author, who can collaborate with you. You can find a collaborator. Subject-based network you can available. The research areas and topics, knowledge structure. Social networks represents the relationship between the authors and the readers. Authors-reader interaction in the social media. Book review and citing, citation pattern. Then different case studies. You have to go for different case studies because of the maximum it is required for the law students. So if bibliographical information BIN advantages, a bibliographical information network offers several advantages, including the reduced catalog cost by sharing records across the libraries, improved access to a wider range of resources through interlibrary loan, increased efficiency in data management, enhance the resource discovery for users, and ability to utilize the specialized expertise from other libraries, especially allowing libraries to collectively manage and access information more effectively and cost efficiently than if they operate alone. So advantage of BIN is that shared cataloging, union catalog, improved data quality and access to the diverse collection, cost effectiveness, enhanced reference services, and then the flexibility and the scalability, collaboration and opportunities. So bibliographical utility networks, it also works in the network consisting of the large number of union catalog library databases, accessible online member libraries, It is an organized bibliographical utility network gives access to the world of knowledge through the large bibliographical databases contributed by the number of member libraries. Bibliographical network provides tools to the member libraries for addition and modification of the bibliographical records. So the BUN, the utility records, in most cases initially obtained by machine readable cataloging and services. So they are union catalog, that bibliographical records describing the cataloging classification data in MARC format or US marks. So tools of bibliographical databases are union catalog, the OCLC and the RLG. The bibliographical standards are used, say machine readable catalog. MARC format is that we all know that from the ISO 2009 we should use the MARC format for these purposes and all. So then the bibliographical access tool, different access tool, that telnet access to databases, window-based access databases. How the LAN or window you can use, UK MARC, United Kingdom MARC facility machine readable cataloging we have to use. MARC 20 formerly also known as a US MARC or Canada MARC. US MARC, that universal MARC also is there. So bibliographical utility, so I should summarize that the bibliographical unity network came into the existence with networking of libraries that had converted their catalogs into the machine readable form. So a bibliographical utility is an organization that provides access to and support for databases or the information retrieval systems, either directly to the member libraries or through a network of the regional services centers. So the major landmarks in this summary, we have also discussed the launching of the centralized cataloging card services, publishing of the first American cataloging code in 1908, and the launching of the centralized cataloging card services by Library of Congress in 1901. Then the BNB, National Bibliography in 1950, Ohio's College Library Center 1970s, and the Bibliographical Utility Network Treat Catalog also with a shared cataloging service, OCLC and RLG. So in conclusion, friends, a library information network consists of the libraries and information centers and are interconnected. The members of libraries in a interconnected cooperate. And in the other hand, bibliographical utility and organization that provides access. So library networks have a broader scope and may include cooperations. So it has a provide more examples, use visual aids so you can learn of this one, provide additional resources, use your clear and suggestions, use your conventional tone, encourage critical thinking and highlights. So friends, I have recommended that conduct research on these, establish partnership, explore the new technologies. So we hope that this Swayam Prabha course has provided you with a solid foundation. Unit 32, that is the course on bibliographical network. So exercises, short questions, I have also discussed different short questions and exercises are given in the below. You can go through these exercises, questions, and also I have given the MCQ which will help you to learn that MCQ. You can browse through, and friends, you know that any of the topic, any of the relation, any of the lecture, I have to compile from the different sources, and I have compiled from the different sources in the lecture who have been helpful. I am thankful to those persons who have helped me, and really, and this one bibliographical information, I would encourage you to read those literature apart from the other resources. Thank you very much. Namaskar.